there, everyone. Happy Wednesday. My name is Joni. This is Weathered Wings, where I'm always creating and trying to encourage you all to do the same, okay? So today I'm going to show you something a little different. I've done one on here before, but not this exact one. But this is an Iflex wooden little deal. And so we're going to play with this today. I'm going to text my community group real quick so they can hop on. So if you would like to be notified when I go live, just text this number. Text this number, and all you have to do is say, hey, that's it, really. But if you want to say something to me, you can. So I'm just going to get that over here. Okay, got that done. Let me get back over here, find myself, and then say hello. Hello, hello, everyone. All right, cut my voice off. All right, so look, this is a tray. It's under the trays, and I will put a link in here if y'all are interested in getting one for yourself. I carry some of the Iflex products, and I'm probably gonna quit doing that because there's just so many. But let me get you a link for this real quick. I'll go ahead and put it in the comments before we get started. Here we go. So when you click on this link, all you'd have to do is it'll bring you up to all paint products, and then it will just look for Iflex products. Okay, it'll be just a little tab on the menu on the left, and you should be able to find them. All right, good. Here we go. So it has this tray. Now it's wood, and it already kind of looks like, let me show you. Well, I won't show it to you, but I've done one on here before. But it looks like kind of like the molding that we do from IOD. This is like the bead trim, and it comes with a bow, and it comes with this little embellishment right here that we're going to glue on here. But what you do first is you put the heat gun on it so you can mold it, I guess I should say, to your piece, okay? And then we're going to glue. So I've got some new glue here, and thank goodness they have got a new tops. All right, so let's do this one first, okay? It's little, it won't take long. So I'm going to lay it, now these, they'll break if you're not careful. So I'm going to put that right there and just heat this up. It doesn't take long. Okay, and see how it starts bending, right? All right. So, it's bendable. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. Why is it not coming out? Well, I'm just going to take it out of the top like this. Now it stays bendable, not long. Let me just pour a little bit out right here. Because once you mold it, it'll just harden back up. Or you can paint it, and then this glue will turn clear, so don't worry about that showing or anything. This is Tight Bond Quick and Thick glue. My favorite. Because it holds really well and it dries clear, so it is good. And this little doohickey, I'm just getting it all in the holes there. I'm not sure why that's not coming out. All right, so I'm going to try to get it centered right about here, I think. Just gonna press it down, make sure it's just kind of the same on both sides, because it's, it's movable now. All right, I think that looks good. And I'm gonna take just a little brush and kind of brush away just a little bit of that excess glue. just so I can kind of tell what I've got going on here. All right, so that will harden back up. So you still have a little time. Let's see, I'm gonna squish that a little bit. It looks like it's closer on that side, so I'm gonna squish that. And then try to let it be. Not sure I've got enough glue on that side, but that's okay. I'm not sure why this is, maybe I needed to poke a hole in it. It should have a hole in it. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh well, it's a new top, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so here's the biggie, y'all. So this needs to be heated up, and it needs to come around like this, okay? It just kind of drapes over it. So let's see here if I can do that. I would like to get that glue coming out so it won't take me so long, but it's not working. And there is a hole in it. I'm not sure what it is. Oh well. Let's not delay any further. Okay. Hey Jessie. I've talked to hates the new tops on the glue. Oh. Okay. Well, I was excited about the new top because I can't ever find that little bitty one. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, so I'm going to put this here. Wait a minute, let me make sure this isn't. Okay, I'm not going to move that. I'll probably break it if I do. See, is this spreading? I have a feeling I'm gonna break it, but piece it back together, I guess. I feel like just cutting it off and doing it. I feel like it's not going to work. If it does break, it won't be the end of the world, but ooh, I think that's looking good. Let me do it one more time. One more time. Hot. All right, so this is how I want it. See how it moves out? Dried my glue, I think, y'all. All right, so let me just, I don't want glue all over it because it's, well, I don't guess it matters. I'm gonna say it's not hitting the tray all over, so. I know the little bow probably, but I mean the little ribbon part right there. And then the ends right here. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna hold it like that for just a second. And try to inch my fingers down. Look at that, that is so cute. Okay, I know I got glue under there and I didn't need it, but that's okay, because it's not gonna be seen. This is kind of, you know, this stuff's kind of like Would You Bend, if you've ever tried that. Now, I'm going to see if I can spread out the loops. Just thought maybe I'd do that separately. I don't even know if I'm... Hey, Joy, thank you so much. And this tray was going to skip the dough because I didn't realize you were supposed to drape the ends. Ah, yep, they all heat up. Yeah, I thought about just using that bow for something else too, but it's really pretty, isn't it? I really like it like this. Now I'm going to see if I can, yeah, if y'all would please spread this around this video. I don't have my little, oh yeah, this. If you will do this, I'd be so grateful. All right, let's see if I can, I'm heating up my glue, so I'm gonna see if I can spread these out just a little bit. Actually, there's nowhere for them to really go. So I think it's just supposed to stay like that. I didn't even check the picture, but there's nowhere for it to really go. There's nothing to stick it on, and you know, once it forms to something, it's going to harden back up and not be flexible. So it's really good if you struggle with, you know, the molds from IOD and the air dry clay. This is a good alternative. See, it's already hard. And so now we got a tray. All right, I'm gonna see though, I've got this glue. And it's ready to paint right away. So it's already, see, it's hard. I've been trying to decide what to do with it. Let me see if I'm missing anything. What product is that? I heard you say no. Yeah, it's called Iflex. Iflex. And I've got the link in here, if that all paint products link in the comments. So if you just click on that link and look for Iflex products, it's just on the tab, be on the left. They have so many things to choose from. So now all you have to do is paint it. And you could have too, you could have done it vertical. I don't know why I keep picking this up. You could have done it vertical as well and used it more of like a frame instead of a tray. This could still be a frame. So, and there I've got all my glue there wasted. So let's see, I'm gonna take this, see if I can kind of put it back in here. Put the top on and put the lid on. I'll just have to get a pin and stick it down in there. I guess that's what's going on. All right, let me put this back up. Oh, let me show you another thing real quick. I broke it because I heated it up, but you know, these will always go back together. So this is a roll of trim. Isn't that cool? So I heated it up and it came all the way out straight like this. And then, you know, I broke it because I kept bending it. But I can heat this up and straighten it right back out. And it'll be a nice little trim piece. So it's really cool. Cool stuff, cool stuff. All right, so now I'm just going to paint it. Okay, got my, I'm using DIY paint. Okay, it's a clay-based chalk style paint. It's all naturals. It's mostly clay and pigment. So there's no smell. I'm always inside painting, and it's just awesome. I love it. So I'm just gonna paint it. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use a transfer. There are so many options, but I'll show you what I'm planning on doing. I think though I'm gonna seal this one first because, all right, so when you use a transfer, I usually don't seal before I put the transfer on there, but that's just because I'm used to this paint. But, it does work better if you do seal it. But I want to use a glaze, and so when I use glazes, I do like to seal. I'd like to seal first. The glaze goes over it really nice, and then my transfer will go over it really nice as well. So I'll get to that part. I'll show you how to kind of lay out. I want to use the roses, or actually the Painterly Florals has sunflowers and the really pretty pink roses. I thought that would be pretty on this since it does have a bow. It's pretty feminine. I did another one, and I'll show you real quickly. I'll get it after I paint this. And these would be pretty in a bathroom. You could hang it up just as, just wall decor, or you could use it as an actual tray. Put a little perfume on there, or just, any kind of little bathroom items. Or bedroom, or just something. Trying to decide if I need 2 coats of this. Normally I do 2 coats when I'm using white, but since this is kind of unfinished, I may not need to do that. I do want it smooth. But let me get this other one and show you. Okay, this is one of the other Iflex wooden trays. I need to touch up the back there. I got resin on it, but it came with this detail on here, so those are not molds. It came with that, and I added a transfer in the middle. I painted, I glazed it, I transferred it, and then I also, can you see that? I also put resin on this part right here, so it would look like glass. All right, so lay that right there real quick. So I probably will want to resin this one as well. It can be a top coat, it just protects it, and it looks so good. Looks so good. Oh, if you were on here Monday, I resined that big pumpkin project. I posted it in my story, so I did finish that if y'all want to look at it. It did really well. It dried really well. I love this paint because you can do so much with it, and you can dry it real quickly. And you can also use it on furniture. I know someone asked me the other day, because I have said that I like to use Paint Couture paint on furniture. But that's, it all depends on the look you're going for. That paint is acrylic and it's smooth, and so it's, if you want a really smooth, finished look like that, then I would use that paint. But if you want a little distressing or you can get it smooth with this paint as well, but it's just a little different. It's just a little different. probably get some messages that nobody wants to watch me paint. But I couldn't paint it beforehand. Y'all wouldn't have seen how I did the bow. Oh, I forgot about that little piece on the bottom. I heard it on the table. I could have broken that. I think it's only going to need one coat, actually. Now, if you're painting something large, you know, like a piece of furniture or, you know, a big piece of molding or something, not molding, but a big piece of plywood, you can always spritz it with a little bit of water and it'll get the paint moving along very nicely. See if there are any questions. Hey Debbie, hey Michelle, how goes it? Kitty, hello, hey Shannon. So the weather decided to get a little cold on us. It rained here yesterday all day, and then it got a little chilly. I bought a big mum before I left to go to Florida, and I had it on the front porch, and I watered it well, I thought, when I left. I cannot keep anything alive. And it wasn't even blooming yet. It was just little bitty buds on it. And I swear, I think it's dead. It's just irritating. Things come home with me to die. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Nancy. So everybody hates the glue top. Okay, well, that's funny because I just said, oh, I love this top. But, of course, you saw I couldn't get the glue out, so I guess I'll take that back. But I can't save those other tops because I lose them. Oh, you mean just the, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about now. I see my old one. Just the one with that crack in it. I gotcha. I'll do that. But it always dried up because that little bitty white piece I could never keep up with. I think they got thrown away with stuff on the table. So see, this is really nice. This little beaded part in here. You know it's not going to shrink or crack. None of this, well, I don't think that could crack. This bow might crack if I got rough with it, I guess. And it might be a good idea to paint it before adding the bow. Because now I'm having to get up under there. So it would have been better to paint. But I don't know. Has anybody tried the Iflex products before, or the Would You bin? Would you? Would you? It's the U, the letter U. They have frames. That's what I really like, the frames. I don't know if you can see this picture behind me right here. That's a frame. No, you can't see it. All right, I won't spend a lot of time I'll do that after I get off. Because I want to dry this and show you how I'm going to lay out a transfer. I'm just going to actually tap the sides here because there's a lot of little crevices right in there, detail. And so if you just glide over them, you're going to miss some of it. Just tap it in. lots of paint, and then go back over it. Smooth it out. It's pretty just in white. I love this. Let's see. Hey, Corey. How are you? How is Vegas? Hey, Sherry. Hey, Meg. It is pretty, isn't it? It's the prettiest little tray. But I didn't realize it was going to take me a hot minute to get it painted. But that's okay. I know it's not okay for some people, but this is a painting. That is what I do. I paint. So is anybody new to my page? Thank you for hopping on. So appreciate it. I usually try to go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Sunday. So again, text me if you want to be notified. It's that number again. It's 205-255-9496. I've got it at the beginning of the video. I showed it on a sheet of paper. I'll show that again before I get off. I know I probably should be doing something for Christmas, but I wasn't in the mood. I just wasn't in the mood. I feel like right after, even before Halloween isn't even over, that it's not fall stuff anymore. Not that this is fall, but Brenda, the bow is made out of this stuff right here. So it came really, if you missed that part, go back and watch how I heated it up with the heat gun to spread it out. But it's made out of the same stuff as this. And so you heat it up and it becomes flexible until you glue it down, and then it hardens back up. Pick it up a little bit like this so I can see what I'm doing. See, I'm just tapping that brush in there and then spreading it afterwards. And I can't really see if I got it all. See that I missed. So you want to check for drips. I see a few spots when I pick it up. Probably is good to turn it around. Yeah. All this detail is so pretty on here. But it's one and done, it's not like a mold where you can keep using it. This is one project and then you're done, but it really does make a statement on pieces. I love the frames, and I think I'm gonna love that trim, because that's the biggest problem that I see with the regular molds and using clay, is the trims. They'll shrink a little bit. And so when you glue them together, I've gotten to where if I'm using a trim mold, that I'll kind of lay it out like I want it, but let it go ahead and shrink a little before you glue it down. And I also heat it with my heat gun. There's lots of little tricks I've learned along the way. And so I don't have too much trouble with it. I'm going to take a little artist brush and get in there, I think. A little bit. Let's see. Hey, Lydia. Okay, so Linda, I am using, this is beadboard. It's called beadboard. It's DIY paint. This paint right here. Did I show you? Yeah. Okay, so I sell that in my online shop at weatheredwings.com. I also sell it here in my booth if you're local to the Birmingham area, Birmingham, Alabama. If you come down 65 on the way to the beach ever, you can hop right off the exit in about 5 minutes, well, about 10 minutes probably from the exit. Not 5, but not quite 10. I really want to make sure I get this before I seal it. All right, can y'all see any place I missed on there? Usually someone can tell me where I've missed. So this paint is a clay-based paint, if you missed me saying that. It's no smell. Should have sanded that right there. And right here, is that? Yeah, it might be a good idea to sand these a little before you, I'm going to spritz it just a little bit, just to get that, get the paint smooth. All right, now let me take one little brush and I'm going to just get in these areas that I couldn't reach. This is so pretty. It'd be really pretty as a little baby, for a baby's room or a baby gift. Yeah, I can't get down in there to get. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dry it some. I'll start down here so I can pick it up. Hey, Belle. Hey, Sandra. So you'd have to be careful drying it because you wouldn't want to, get this back moving again. So don't hold it on the piece too long. All right, I'm gonna turn that off for a minute and see if I can get up under, get a little bit bigger brush. There we go. Again, if you're just hopping on, this is just an Iflex wood tray. and you heat it up and, you know, form it. Like the bow is just really skinny hanging down. Let me turn this around, make sure. And so I heated it up. It was on at the beginning. I heated it up and spread it apart. And it didn't break. I thought it was going to break. All right, one more thing I'm going to do under there. I'm going to get a paintbrush that is, well, you know what? I was going to get that pointed one. Just want that all the way like that. Okay, now let's finish drying it, and then I'm going to show you, you can sand it just a little bit to knock down some of those little paint boogers, I like to call them. Oh, I'm glad you could join us, Deborah. This is good. Let's see. Deborah, both of these are Paint Couture paintbrushes, and they are wonderful. I love these so much. This is a little 1-inch flat, and this is a 2-inch. And they're really nice. All right, so I probably didn't dry the sides very well. So I usually just take a little sheet of sandpaper. It's like a 400 grit, just extra fine. I get these at Lowe's, just little sheets. And I will just, you know, because this, like I said, this is a clay base. It's kind of the chalk type paint. And so if you sand it just a little bit, you'll get that smooth feeling. Everybody says, I don't like chalk paint, I don't like that rough feeling. Well, just sand it in between each coat. You can get it smooth, then you can wax it, or you can, I'm gonna use a polyacrylic on this. I got glue on top of this one, so I'd have to kind of really sand that off a little bit more, but I just like to go all the way over it. Don't be too rough with this, because and so you can't do this with acrylic paint. It just gums up, you know, if you but I love my Paint Couture acrylic paint. I just like it for different things. All right. That looks like a little place I missed. Let's get this a little bit better. And if you need to, you can go up to a higher grit. This is just a, you know, really soft one. Oh, by the way, I'm a little anal about things. I must warn you. I'm a perfectionist, even though I don't want to be. So, Got one little spot I want to get down. Sorry if that sound bugs you. My daughter was here, she'd be screaming at me. All right. I think that's kind of like I like it. I'm going to touch that right back up just a little bit. All right. So that's it for now. Now I'm going to show you. Make sure there are no questions about that. I think it's pretty much the same thing. I've not tried Would You Ben. I got a piece of it and I haven't tried it. Hey Kay, thank you. Linda's new. Hello. Hey Linda, welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks Shannon for posting that. Hey Joycey. Okay, so I'm gonna get peeling off. All right, so here's what we got. I love how this is turning out. So cute. So glad I got that out. All right, so look, I've got, you put these kind of over to the side here. I've got the Painterly Florals transfers because I kind of want to use the roses in here. So it comes in these sheets. I don't know if anybody's new to transfers, but let's see. Thanks everybody for welcoming her. Hey Cindy. Oh, Cindy's been sick. Oh my gosh, and having to move. Bless your heart. I could not imagine moving. Ralph and I say, could you imagine moving? We'd have to rent like 2 dumpsters or more. Just, just stuff that's piled up. Okay, so it has sunflowers and then it has these roses. And that is what I think I want to use, y'all. Roses, these roses. So what I do is I just take my scissors. I don't want to use a whole bunch. I'm just going to use a few. I'm going to cut out a few that are the same size and some leaves. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but this is what I do first. Just cut something out. And then play like it's paper dolls or something. Let's see. Another leaf. Now I'm not going to put the transfer on right now because I want to, and look at all these leaves. So it has lavender and it has leaves and it has sunflowers. So I think that may be enough. And I also have, if you like red roses, and that's what was on the other tray, were these red roses. They're really pretty too. And what I love about this set is it has all this script in here. Look at that rose. Wow, that would be pretty. I forgot I had that real big one. See, just put it right there in the middle. That's pretty, huh? And like I said, it has all this script right here. So I'm going to cut some of this out and use it as well. I'll just cut this out over here that's on this side. It really doesn't matter. It all has something like rose or rosa. So I'll just go ahead and show you some more of it. See all these. This is one of my favorite sets. There's just so much in it. So much. But since I already have one with these roses, I think I'm going to go with the pink. I don't know. That sure is pretty though. All right. Hey, Tony. Oh, you did? I know, Cindy, I do hope you feel better. My goodness, you need to rest, rest, rest. All right, so here's what you do, y'all. If you just want to use a few. Now, oh, these are pretty, aren't they? The pink, that's so sweet. Now, I'm gonna seal this, and I think I'm gonna glaze it with champagne because the champagne color is kind of like the color on this rose. So it'll be really soft, but it'll knock down this brightness. And the leaves have to go underneath. So what I do, I just like to kind of lay out my design and then just start going. And I'll do that real quick. Here's the rest of them. I knew I cut out another one. I think I may just use 2. Going to be close to the same size. Now, y'all, this is where I start thinking, and it kind of takes me a hot minute, so I'm not going to make y'all, I'm not going to spend all the time doing that, but I'll just show you that is what I do. I just cut out what anything that I think I might want to use. That's even pretty, because I don't know. So don't think you have to know exactly what to do. Just look, play with it a little bit. And there's a little rosebud, if I wanted a rosebud, which I might. And you could do something big. You can do it little, but see, like here's some leaves. I was going to see if there was another small rose. They're all kind of big. See how big they are? So I guess I'm not going to get anything any smaller, really. And it's hard to tell with this paper white. See, they have a backing on there. They have a white backing. Okay, and it's really hard to tell until you take this off. But see how the leaves would have to come first. And then you put your transfer right over leaves. And I will come back and do this part. I just don't want to rush it because I do want to seal this. So I will go ahead. But this is probably what I'm going to use. Maybe a third one. Maybe 3. Something like this. And then these leaves underneath. Okay? Something like that. Just a little grouping. So I'll save these. Alright, I'll save this bud. So this is what I'm going to work with. I'll save this right over here. I'll save these leaves because I may need more leaves. And then I'm going to go ahead and seal this. And now I'm going to use, I was looking for my satin, but I can't find it. So I'm just going to use flat. Paint Couture sealer, if I can get it open. That's right, Shannon, you can. You can use a paper bag because it's really, really soft, and it will, it'll knock that little stuff down too. So see, I don't even see that anymore, and it's smooth. Now there is, DIY does have a top coat or polyacrylic in there. See, that's going to be so pretty against that. In their line, but it's really shiny. I've gotten to where I pretty much use Paint Couture's. It self-levels, and so it doesn't leave any of those brush marks or anything. Now, usually I use a sponge brush. And I think I do have one. I guess I'll still try to use that. Y'all see that? I'm stirring it up. I'm sorry I was off camera. Just stirring it up a little bit. There's no smell to this top coat. I am going to get a little sponge brush. Let's see here. Where are they? Well, I said I was. Here they are. Just don't want it to be drippy, and this looks like it could be a little drippy. I'm just going right over it. And you can actually, you know, dampen your sponge. So I do that a lot, especially if I'm, you know, if I'm sealing some furniture or something, I've dampened it. You don't have to. You just can. But, you know, if for some reason... This usually takes a few hours to dry. So I will let this dry, and then I will come back and we'll do our, we'll put the transfer on it, we'll glaze it. I'll probably seal it again. But I probably will resin it. Use epoxy resin. And you have to be careful. I probably shouldn't be, I probably should let this paint dry really well before I started doing this, because it reactivates with moisture, and so it could possibly start pulling the paint off. So that's about it, guys. I'm just gonna finish this up, I'm gonna go over this with the top coat like I did with the paint and let that dry, and then I will come back and finish it off. All right, are there any questions before I go? Let's see. It is, Tony, I know. It would be Christmassy, right? That red. Oh, y'all got me thinking I may. Okay, y'all like that. Let's see. So, I'm sorry, Tony, I'm missing the comment. You know, it works better to seal it, because I'm just going to tell you to do that. I don't seal it all the time, but I don't know what paint everybody else uses, and I'm just used to my paint, so that's why I don't seal all the time. And you know, I can tell usually that it's going to work, but listen, I've had times where it did not work, so it's better to be safe than sorry. I rush these videos a lot of times just so you guys can see things, and it's not, you know, it's not to my benefit because it doesn't always work. I'm just going to tap this a little bit with the top of the sponge. And try to get any drips, you know, any of those details, just make sure they're not dripping over. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it. Is that all the questions? Let's see. Go ahead and show us how you put it on. Talking about the transfer. Y'all have seen me do that, but I will come back and do that. So y'all like the red one better? Well, that's pretty. I forgot I had that real big one. So see how if you have it in a sponge, it just holds a lot more. And you don't have to use a lot. So I'm just tapping what's in the little sponge instead of brushing it so it won't ooze out of there. I may have to take a little brush to get underneath. All right. So this is what we have so far. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I gotta go around the edges, but I'll just do that when I get off up here real quick like. Because this is the boring part, just sealing it, okay? But, okay, so, again, I may use that big one. What do y'all think? I don't know where it went now, but anyway. Okay, let's see. Tony's always saying, show us, show us, show us. The red is pretty for Christmas, but the pink roses are soft and beautiful with that bow. I know. Yeah, I don't know if, you know, who knows if it would sell for Christmas. But I'll try to decide. I'd like the red too. It was actually really pretty. But that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for watching.